Hi everyone, my name is Maria and I'm the Green Stitcher here on Flosstube and over on Instagram. And welcome back to my returning viewers and welcome to anyone new. I am a stitcher from Belarus who lives in UK and stitches all sorts of designs, patterns, kits, styles, materials, all sorts of things. I am doing Maynia with 5 stars this year, and it's my first Maynia on this channel. So I'm doing 1 start every Wednesday in May, and I'm giving myself a week to stitch on each of the designs. I'm filming little pieces of video with updates on my progress throughout the week, and that's the kind of video you're watching now. So today I am making my 4th start. So today is May 22nd, Wednesday early morning. As I always say in these, I'm filming just before work starts with extra artificial lighting because it's a very rainy, gloomy day today, and I'm making my 4th start, as I said. And then today I'm starting my first ever Witchy Stitcher design. So I have been eyeing her designs for a while, and I have been a huge fan of the Witchy universe for over 15 years now, as I've said before. So my first start in this adventure of starting new things was Siri, one of the main characters from the Witchy universe. And while I was looking for other designs from the universe, I stumbled upon Leshy, or I think he's called Guardian of the Woods on the listing. I don't really collect many gaming figurines. However, I've got this little one. So I have a couple of Pop Funko Witcher ones. So I've got Witcher and Yennefer. And then we went to a holiday once in UK and I found this fantastic figurine of Leshy. So he is a monster from the Witcher universe, but also it's like a very iconic. I'm sure there's a version of this creature in a lot of cultures, but in Eastern Europe it's a very classic character who lives in the woods. He's like the spirit of the woods. He looks very much like a tree sort of creature, usually, yeah, like I said, with skulls and with antlers, and he's the protector of the woods, and he I guess he, you know, attacks anyone who tries to harm the animals and the trees themselves. So the same for the Witcher one, and if I could find the one that looks like the Witcher one, I would have loved to stitch that because the monster from the game looks amazing. Just the design of it, it's my favorite creature in Witcher, not at all scary, and every single time I encounter it in the game, which I'm again replaying Witcher 3 now, I'm like well excited, squeaking from excitement, and I go, oh my god, it's a Leshy, it's a Leshy. So yeah, so the figurine, and like I said, when I was looking for other designs from the universe, I found this fantastic pattern. I'll let you know as well that there is a companion piece. Well, there's actually a few in the series, but I would call there's only one companion piece, which is Baba Yaga, and I have that one that design as well. Well, it's not her, it's Baba Yaga's hut, and I have that one as well, and I bought them both together, and I was contemplating which one to make one of my May starts. I will start the other one eventually anyways, but I've decided to start with Leshy, as he's absolutely gorgeous and fantastic, super easy to stitch, I think, because there's a lot of just fill in with black, but lovely colors, little sort of motifs with mushrooms and skulls all over this lovely arch. I might actually do the crescent moon in like a black metallic or something. We'll see. I think I might have 310 at 12 by DMC, so we'll see. So I think most of the previews she has on her Etsy, and I will link to her Etsy shop in the description below. If you haven't seen Witchy Stitcher's designs, you have to check her out. She is amazing. She has so many fantastic, like spooky and creepy ones, or cute and fandom ones. I love her designs. I've got 3 now at least, and I think I might get some more. So like I said, most of the previews were on like natural color linen. However, I said to you before, I had this nice stack of Picture This Plus linens that I got a few months ago, and I had a color that would be absolutely perfect for this design and Baba Yaga hat, like I said, and so I've decided to start on this. Hope you'll be able to see the true color. So this is going to be 32 count Belfast linen by Picture This Plus in color Conifer, and it's beautiful dark like swampy green with lovely mottling. I've got one of the needle minders I made myself from a metal enamel pin, and it's a raven, obviously. So I think, I'm not sure if, again, it's sort of a universal trait of Leshy in all the cultures and the Eastern European folklore, but the Leshy in the game, he summons wolves, I think, to fight as well, and he or it, I'm not quite sure what to call it. I mean, it is a live creature, right? Let's just call it Leshy. He when he wants to sort of, he does like a sneak attack where he transforms into ravens, and then that cloud of ravens like travels around you, and then, you know, he appears from it again. So I felt like having a raven needle minder would make the most sense, and I already am in love with this fabric. It's just gorgeous. I'm sure I'm going to have so much fun stitching on it. Obviously I had to put it in the best and my favorite bag of my stash. It's the fern one. Oh, it's washing me out a bit, and it's just this green inside. I had bought a wooden organizer from Amazon that was, you know, like a light birch oak color thing. I've stained it with my favorite stainer that I use for the shelves here, for the chest of drawers and all the things. Again, it has a raven and a skull and some roses and twigs and stars, so I feel like they were just meant to be together. I've already loaded the threads onto the organizer. I believe it only uses 12 colors, and I don't think there's any blends or anything else but just DMC floss. And I originally just put 2 strands of black on there, and then I had a proper look at my Cross Stitch Saga pattern where it tells me how many meters I will need to use for a certain color, and turns out I need 15 meters of black in 6 strands. And I remembered that I have some stash of CXC threads left from like years ago when I used to stitch with them, and I pulled 2 skeins of black. And I also thought, I have stitched on 32 count Belfast by Picture This Plus in the recent few weeks. I've counted both of them, and they like matched 32 count exactly. So I thought for, you know, like better coverage, CXC might be better than DMC, though I have both. But I thought, you know what, I have more of these, I'm not using them for anything else. It makes a lot of sense, let me just use CXC here. So that is what I've got ready for it. I think this is it. Yeah, I'll just put him back on the shelf. I will definitely want to go on playing Witcher this weekend when I have some time while stitching on Leshy. So really excited. Like I said, it's an introduction into the Witchy Stitcher designs, and I'm sure it's not going to disappoint me. I already love the way it looks. I've seen people finish and frame them, and they look fantastic. And this design, most likely, I think I'm going to make like a wall here. So the window is here, sort of on the side, and then opposite the window we have quite a large wall without any furniture next to it, except for a chest of drawers that is going to go from here at some point. And I'm planning to make like spooky foresty kind of mushrooms and creatures and ferns and plants and things kind of wall there to do with the woods and everything green and like black and brown to match the aesthetic of this room as well. So I'm really excited. I hope I will find really nice frames for these two, this one and I mean Baba Yaga hut at some point, and frame them. I think that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. So it has about 7,000 stitches, I've checked. Don't think I'll get to half with this. Like I said in my previous video. Yeah, so I was saying I'm planning to pair the time I have to stitch on Leshy with my start 3.5, which is Mirabilia Miss Dancing Flower. So you'll probably be seeing progress for both of them again throughout the week. Or maybe not. I'll see how I feel. I'll see how much time I have as well. And yeah. Really excited to start this design today. Really looking forward to 4 o'clock when I'm logged off and finished all with work and can go and do some stitching. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days for some progress, and hope you have some fun stitchy time, and I'll see you soon. Good morning, you guys. Today is May 26th, Sunday, I believe. And I'm here to share my progress on my 4th start, which is a Witchy Stitcher pattern called Leshy, or Guardian of the Woods. I've made myself a little printout so I have it to look at in like a physical format, not just a digital one. And I haven't had a chance to log on and give you any more updates until today, because it's been a few busy days in a good way. I am using this wooden organizer, like I said, that I picked up from Amazon, and then stained it with wood stainer, and then finished it with beeswax for furniture as well, for wood. Really love it. And it's quite nice to work with because that beeswax like makes the wood soft and more like the threads slide off it better. So that's quite nice. I'm well into my first skein of black 310, and I've made quite nice progress, I would say, in the last few days. So here's what I've been able to stitch so far. And I'm hoping it's showing you the right shade of green. I feel like if I feel like it's washing it out into grey. Let's see if this helps. So I have made quite nice progress, like I said. I'm now using not one but 2 needle minders. I've showed it on my Instagram. I've got new needle minders from a local crafter in UK. She's fantastic. She makes them out of like acrylic material, and they're nice and thick, and the magnets are quite strong. And I've gotten a few, like a skull and a coffin, and a bat and a pumpkin, and like a little cloud with raindrops, and I've loved them so much I've ordered more. So I have finished the bottom bit completely, the border, the letters, and have even made a start on the main character as well. So really exciting stitching on this, to be honest with you. I thought I would get bored because it's a lot of 310. Most of the design is stitched in 310. But it's actually been really fun and easy to count because you don't just have like endless rows back and forth. There's only a couple that are like that. The rest have, a pattern that you need to follow, and it's nice and easy to count. Here on the sides as well, same there. As I say, I like to stitch from bottom up. That's why I started in the bottom left corner in this case. And I think I've just hit 1,000 stitches on it last night, So I'm happy with this progress so far. I have recalculated, I think I said before on my previous starts, where I was using Picture This Plus fabric, like linen, 32 count Belfast, that those were actual 32 count. I have recalculated this one, and this is more like 34 count. And this is conifer, again, just to remind you. If anyone likes the color, I really hope, if not now, that I'll be able to put filters on the video while editing so you can see the true color, because it doesn't look this great. It's very nice, dark, mossy green. And so with it being 34 count and me using CXC thread for black, I think you can see pretty easily the difference in coverage between DMC. So the browns in the bird are DMC and black is CXC. You can see the coverage is really, really good. And there's like no see-through whatsoever. And the cats are here to interfere and steal things. Moira. Yeah, so yes, this is my progress so far. I've loved working on it. It's been a lot of fun. I've stitched this bird. I've started stitching on his staff. That's only stitched in like a few colors. I'm trying to add more colors, not just black, but obviously make nice progress with 310 as well, so I don't have just that left at the very end. This one has proved to be a bit harder to stitch on, I mean the fabric, because it's a bit darker, and because of how close the linen threads are in the fabric after dyeing, it's a bit harder to see the holes in the fabric and find, you know, where the appropriate one is. I wouldn't count off on this fabric more than like 7 maybe stitches, like not more than 10 definitely. So yeah, it's been good. What have I been up to? So Wednesday was busy with work again, so I only stitched a tiny little bit after, didn't get a chance to stitch before work. Thursday was the day in the office, and evening I just spent the evening gaming. For some reason, while stitching on these Assassin's Creed Valhalla game called back to me. I haven't finished it. I'm like halfway through probably, and I've gone back to play that. So that was a lot of fun. And then Friday night, I think we just stayed in. I had some family news from mom back at home, and we spent a couple hours just Skyping and talking life and life updates and things. And then yesterday was a lot of fun. We have met up with a group of friends who we haven't seen for a while because of work schedule misaligning, and it was really, really good. And we brought like a bag of board games with us because we love to do that with our friends. But we missed each other so much and haven't seen each other for so long. We just ended up chatting all night and catching up on everyone's, you know, family life and work things. And yeah, well, the other couple in the group, they got an allotment recently, well, rented an allotment, and they are just busy with work besides their like day-to-day jobs. I mean, just spending all of their time at the allotment planting, you know, berries and veggies, and yeah, having a lot of fun. So yesterday was great. I haven't even started stitching today, though it's already 10 o'clock. It was a late morning, and then I decided to tidy up my stitchy space a bit. So I'm not quite sure what I'll be doing for the rest of the week. I mean, until Tuesday night. I think I might stitch a bit more and maybe pull out Mirabilia that started in May as well. Or, let me show you. A few months ago, it might have been a year now at this point, I have purchased a Cross Stitcher magazine issue, again, not sure which one, and I really liked this bookmark kit that was included in it, and my husband liked it a lot as well, so he asked me to stitch it actually for him, which I would absolutely love to do. And it's only tiny. There's a few threads, and what I want to do is, because it's going to be an actual bookmark, use perforated paper instead of Ada. And I have quite a lot of white perforated paper from Mill Hill, so I think I might treat myself to a little start as well. I'm just looking at the water and I'm just thinking I need to have a look at the pattern. I've seen someone do this recently. It was absolutely genius. I think it might have been Caroline from the Thread Gremlins. Basically, a pattern looked like one color of variegated thread, and she had like the sky in it. And instead of stitching all the different colors, she just picked one thread from her stash that sort of looked similar and had a lot of variegation, and she just stitched with that. So I think I might actually see if I can do that here. That would be fun. It would make my life much easier, and half of it is covered by backstitch anyway, so yeah, that sounds like a good plan. I'm sure I can find some variegated threads in my stash. That would be a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll probably get back to you maybe tomorrow evening even. Tuesday is back to work. Monday is a bank holiday in UK, so we're having another day off, which is great. So I'm hoping to make some more progress. I'm already thinking all about June and how once I'm finished with my May plans and have done all the starts, I'll go back and stitch on my whips, maybe give some love to the ones that haven't been stitched for a while, or maybe give some love to the oldest one or the one that has the least amount of stitches in it. So yeah, thinking a lot about plans in the next couple of months, thinking about designs I want to start still, but also finish things as well. So yeah. Hi guys, I wanted to add a little piece into this video to show you what I found at the car boot and thrift store. We just went out for the day today, had a wonderful day. Like I said, went to the car boot, then to a couple of thrift stores, had a little bite, and then found a really nice bookstore in Matlock with all new books that cost under £5. And Valeria is coming out to check what I've got here. So I've got a couple of goodies. There's one big frame that I'll show you probably on a separate piece of video with myself in the frame, because it's quite large. But I have found this gorgeous frame with the tile, and I've seen quite a lot of designers creating these patterns recently for a similar one. I think it's a bigger one. The one that I've seen is bigger than this one. This is about, I would say maybe 8 by 8 centimeters, maybe 10 by 10 inside, but it will be really nice. I need to, Valera, stop it. I need to give it a proper wash, get the rust off. I've got some primer and some black metal paint, so that will be very useful to restore this. The back is just like that. Nice little spacing here so it doesn't scratch the wall. It's quite lovely, so I'm really excited. And then I've got an ornate oval frame. I have no idea what I'll frame in it just yet, but I thought I couldn't pass it by. And I think I might paint it black and maybe use for one of the Witchy Stitcher designs. Maybe someone else's. I'm thinking now, looking at it, you know, the Mirabilias that are like just portrait size, like Luda and others, those are gorgeous, and this would look so perfect. I just need to actually paint it. So that's nice. This one has glass, but I'll get rid of it. And then I've got this one as well. I would say this one is very similar. I've seen Stephanie from Cross Stitch the Globe show one in her recent video with finished and framed design from her booklet that she's releasing in June. So I've got this one as well. This one's quite much bigger. Valera checking out as well. And then at the thrift store, I have got a bag of goodies, and I'm really excited because my thrift stores next to home normally don't have anything craft related. Very, very rarely. They have some yarn and some like curtain fabric, that kind of stuff. So here's what I've got. I had a bundle of fabrics and I got very excited by this one with all the formulas. I've got this one that looks like tiles, and Vanessa is doing quality inspection. There's this floral one inside as well, looks lovely. And then just plain black cotton, which is always helpful. This lovely stripy one, and then I think this is the same, just more of this beautiful plant pattern. That's a lovely bundle. Then I've got some beads. So one stack was like this with different color bugle beads. This is the way. Yeah, different color bugle beads. I'm not sure if they are, you know, like Mill Hill or Toho or Preciosa or just no name brand made in China, but they look quite even and nice, so I might use them in some of my projects. And they were already packed, which is nice. I'll just keep them this way. And then a few other sort of decorative elements, the little golden and green, what are they called, beads as well, yeah, and some iron on, as you can tell in the top section, iron on crystals. And then bottom one has sequins in different shapes and colors. And then this is what I'm most excited about probably. They had these plastic, Valera, come on, let me show. They had these plastic tubes with bead mixes in different colors. I just picked all of them. Beautiful. There's both round beads and bugle beads, different sizes as well. So there's this yellow and cream, and a bit of clear ones as well. You take the prices off them. There's these, as I like to call them, the scarab beetle mix. There's the blue and turquoise. Nice. Then there's lots of crystal ones, clear ones. Love these. They will be perfect for winter designs. I was debating to take pink one or not, but they're only £1, so I thought, you know what, for this price, might as well. And then I'll find where to use them, maybe with some floral designs or something. And then this is crystals. I'm not sure if they are glass ones again, or you know, like Swarovski have similar ones they use. Mill Hill uses these, I know. They might be similar to the ones by Mill Hill used in Mirabilias as well, but I'm well excited. They're gorgeous. There's so many different colors and sizes. I'll definitely find where to use them. So Valera is in the frame. Baby, come on, let me show. So yeah, very nice finds today. Very successful day, and I'll get to some stitching as well. Good morning again. Today is Monday, and I wanted to share my progress from last night on Leshy, and I had really good fun working on it yesterday. As you can see, not only did I stitch with a lot of black, I've started adding extra colors. And I've got 3 cutest little toadstools ready. And there we go, focus. And then we have what is going to be a skull, but for now looks like the head of Squidward. Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I enjoyed it so much yesterday. I found that stitching with one color, and like I said, I mostly did black because there's probably like half of the stitches in the whole design are black, if not more. I really enjoyed it, and I was thinking monochromatic sampler might not be a bad idea for me as like a relaxing, no-brainer kind of project to just enjoy the stitches. I love the patterns, I love the lettering. If I haven't said it before, I have stitched quite a few designs with letters, and I'm going to do more of them. I do enjoy lettering and cross stitch, both in the form of actual crosses and backstitch. I am really happy with my progress. I think I'm at about 1400 stitches. I think it's about 20% of the design now as well, which is amazing. And then one more thing I wanted to show you is I swapped one color. So you might be able to see on the preview, and though it's a printed version, you can see it's more pink. So the pattern calls for 498, which, if you know, is much more of like a raspberry red, more pink than red in my view at least. And because it was the only red in the whole design and I didn't need to like actually shade match or, you know, be in the same color palette as any other reds, I'm not a big fan of pink, as I might have said before, so I've swapped it for the Perfect Bright Red 666. This one is used in the poisonous plants, which I have bought now, and I will be using it there because it has quite a few different shades of pink and purple and it works perfectly. But here I just wanted a bit more like brightness in that red. So I'm sure you can see now, this is the 498 on the preview, and that is my red one on the right, which I really, really love. I wasn't so sure until I have added the ecru next to it, and then it all made a lot of sense. So really happy with the progress. Oh, I have started the other one as well. I forgot to show you. So let me clear this and I'll show you in a second. So yesterday I said I might start this mini design from a Cross Stitcher magazine, issue 395, and I did in the end. I have digitized it, and then I have swapped some of the materials, and I had a look in my stash and I couldn't find a small sea-themed project bag that was available. I have one that is already taken with a project I'm planning to stitch at some point soon. I went into my stash of fabrics and decided to quickly sew myself a project bag, and I have messed something up in the process. You'll be laughing so hard now. I've messed something up in the process, had to cut a lot of things off, and I ended up with the tiniest project bag you've ever seen in your life. Just for reference, what do I even have for reference? I mean, these are, you know, your standard size embroidery scissors. Here we are. And this is the smallest ever project bag. So it's this tiny little, I mean, I guess it's a Notion bag in this case, not a project bag. I've put all the threads in. I've put I'll talk you through the color in a second. The funniest thing is the piece of, I have decided, let's backtrack. This is backed with felt and stitched on 14 count Aida. I'm not a big fan of Aida, that's one thing. And then for extra stability and durability, I thought I would swap it for perforated paper, which I have a lot of in stash. So I did. The piece that I cut off for the design doesn't even fit in my bag because of how tiny it is. But I'm really pleased with it anyways. It turned out really, really cute and really well. I think I'm starting to nail down the technique of these mited corners. So really pleased. This is super cute. I'll definitely be using it for something else. But yeah, so the progress I've made so far is just a bit of the sea. And I'm using a needle minder by Kat. I will put a link I'll put a link to her Instagram below, or at least the name on Instagram. I can't remember off the top of my head. She's a UK crafter who makes these fantastic needle minders. They are gorgeous. They're made of acrylic with, you know, different colors and paints and glitter inside, and have really strong really strong magnets as well. So what I'm using here instead of the Aida, like I said, is 14 count white perforated paper. And then, like I said before as well, instead of stitching all of these different shades of blue in different patterns and then changing the threads and all, I've swapped all of these blue ones everywhere in the design for one color of Owl Forest embroidery thread, and that is 407. And I have it left over from the King Thistle design I stitched a couple years ago. It's a bit less turquoise than the colors in the design, but I don't really care. I cared that it was variegated, that I had it in stash, and I really like using stash things if I can. So I've done just a bit of the C, and I'll start doing the backstitch soon. So yeah, just a little bit of a stitchy progress, and added another start to my collection of starts this month, but yeah, had fun. I wanted something small to stitch on as well, to hold in my hands, not just all stitched on a frame. So today is last day of our long weekend. It's half a day is already gone. There's more like home stuff to do, so I'm not sure how much more progress I'll be able to make and with what I'll be stitching on exactly. I might stitch more on this, or I might pull out Mira and then work on her. Might work more on the Leshy design, I'm not sure again. But I'll probably see you at this point on Wednesday morning to show you everything I've done today and tomorrow, and then I'll be starting my last design in Maynia 2024. Hi guys, and I'm making the final little video piece for the fourth start of my Maynia 2024, and this week I've been stitching on the let me show you the preview again. Leshy, or the Guardian of the Woods, from the Witchy Stitcher. It is my first design from her, definitely not my last. I love her style, and I definitely love working on these projects. They're very nice and easy. There's not too many colors, and sometimes that's just exactly what you need. I like more of these spooky ones rather than I think she has a slightly different style with like cutesy but creepy ones as well. So these are the ones I'll be stitching. So I made really good progress on it in a week and in the last couple of days, and ended up totaling 2,000 stitches on it by the time I was done. And I really enjoyed working on this fabric. I really love the color. So again, this is Conifer 32 count Belfast linen by Picture This Plus, and I've recalculated this is actually 34 in real life. And I've used all of the called for colors of DMC except 310. I used CXC thread for better coverage, though to be honest with you, this being 34 count, I maybe didn't even need to do that. But I had some CXC leftovers from previous projects, so I thought, you know what, I might just use it anyways. I have 2 needle minders now, not even one. This one I made myself. This one I got from a crafter on Etsy that I've linked to in the description, or at least left their name on Etsy in there. So yeah, like I said, I've reached 2,000 stitches, which is 30% of the design. I've managed to stitch quite a lot of the border and quite a lot of the black, and I really enjoyed stitching monochromatic just sort of ornaments. And I think what I'm going to do is, in the near future, in the next few months probably, is start a long dog sampler. I have been contemplating this for a while. I think they're beautiful, and they have like so much symbolism and meaning behind them as well, and I really want to start one, and I think I will really enjoy stitching on it. This was really helpful. So this week hasn't been the easiest work-wise and otherwise, and I have been tired quite a lot. However, even though I was really tired, and I might have not even picked up stitching if it was a different project that I needed to work on this week, in this case, because it was nice and easy, a lot of the like one color fill in or just stitching some beautiful patterns, I really enjoyed it. And I think yeah, such a nice and easy design is a joy to stitch, especially when you don't have too much of a brain capacity. I started watching Poldark during this week, and last night on Tuesday night I was watching more of it while stitching on Leshy, so that was really great. And yeah, I really loved working on it. It's gonna stay living in this bag with the organizer and the extra CXC thread. I'll just migrate my needles to the next project. And yeah, I'm really glad I'm working on it. And then second week in a row, I couldn't but get away without another tiny start. So I just wanted something small to stitch on as well. I think I've finished all of my smalls. The only smallest project I had going was a Dimensions Gold Collection Petite, which is an 18 count Ada, and I don't have a frame for it, so I didn't want to work on that, and decided to start a mini design from the Cross Stitcher magazine, issue 395, that is May last year. And they had this ship in a bottle kit attached to the magazine, and this one is designed by Susan Penny, and everything that you need to stitch this comes in a kit, like I said, with the magazine. You've got the felt, you've got the Ada, you've got all the threads, the pattern is in the magazine. And so I've started it for my husband, who asked me to cross stitch him a bookmark. We both have been reading quite a lot recently, and decided to buy a few more bookmarks, but also if I have the kit already, it would be nice to have, you know, a handmade bookmark. So I started on perforated paper because I thought it would make it a bit more stable and durable. And so let me cover it with the Ada on the back. Here's my progress, and you can see the lovely needle minder again from Kat. And I haven't calculated properly the margin, so I'll just cut off what is not needed. So the design uses a lot of blues in the sea, and then all of them are stitched over with backstitch, and same in the sky. And I thought, instead of using that, I think Caroline from the Thread Gremlins did the same on a sky piece in one of her designs. She swapped all of the different shades for one variegated blue, and so have I. And so I needed a project bag for this one, and I had no little project bags, and I made this tiny little thing, which was a byproduct of an error in calculations while I was trying to make a bigger bag. But it's a tiny notion spout for floss, I guess. So the blue, let me just try and find it. The blue I've substituted for a 407 Owl Forest embroidery thread, which is a light blue to darker blue, as you can see, and I think it looks really great. I have it left over from the King Thistle design, and I think it looks fantastic. I'm only in by like 300 stitches, and I think I will be working on it bit by bit, probably in the next few weeks until I finish it. I think there's only like 1,400 stitches in it, so shouldn't take too long. I've digitized it for myself as well to make it easier to stitch with Cross Stitch Saga, so that's what I'm doing. And yeah, that was my progress on my fourth and a half start this week. I am really looking forward to ending and finishing Maynia, going back to my whips, going back to the project I had started previously, working on some other fabrics, designs and designers and styles. However, I'm still enjoying this, so this is nice. But I will be thinking things over for next year and seeing if and how I want to go ahead with Maynia 2025. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found something interesting, and possibly found the designs that you haven't seen before, or met a designer you haven't seen before, though I doubt that someone hasn't seen the Witchy Stitcher. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you very soon I'll see you very soon in the next video about the last start, next Thursday. And then June 14th I am I'm gonna film it still, I haven't obviously done it yet. June 14th will be a slightly bigger overall Maynia overview video with all of the starts, all of the progress, all of the fabrics and floss and things, and I'll also include there sort of little bits about May, some shout outs, mentions, some purchases, and I will probably yeah, probably by 14th of June, I will wrap up the giveaway that I was doing on April update video to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't entered it yet, you still have the time. If you go under video, I'll put the link to the video here now. That is my April update. If you still want to join, watch the video, put the right words in, don't put giveaway free or any of those things, and I'll be glad to enter you into the giveaway. So thank you, have a lovely week, and I'll see you later. Bye.